Hey guys, it's Amanda from Blue Drop Transfers. Today I'm super excited to do a walkthrough with you on how to create a gang sheet using Canva. So some of you may have seen our other video that walks you through the process using Inkscape. This is a little bit different. Canva is a program that's a little bit more user friendly. They do offer a full suite of tools, but they do a little bit more of the hand holding for you. So there's a little bit less in terms of the customization, but for somebody who has limited technical or graphic design knowledge, this might be the easier way for you to create a gang sheet. Now, one of the things with using Canva is that you will need a pro membership to be able to create your gang sheet. The reason for that is that Canva doesn't offer the feature where you can make the background transparent unless you have their pro membership. I don't think it's all that expensive. I think it's maybe $5 to $10 a month. You'll have to check it out. Anyways, once you get your account set up and you're ready to go, then you're going to go to canva.com and it will take you to this main page here. And if you're not there, you can just click on home and it will bring you here. So we are going to go ahead and create a gang sheet together. So the first step you're going to want to do is to go to create a design. Once you've selected the create a design button, it's going to pop up this dialog here. So this allows you to set the parameters of your gang sheet. So it's very important that you set these numbers correctly. The width needs to be kept to 11.7 inches. However, the height can be as much or as little as you'd like. Now, the one limiting factor with Canva is that 82 inches is the maximum sheet length that you can have per sheet. So if you need to create a gang sheet that's 300 inches, for example, that's totally fine. You'll just have to do it in a few different sheets, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. So again, make sure this is set to 11.7 inches wide, whatever height you need it to. Make sure the units are in inches and that this button is unlocked here. Once you have those ready to go, you're going to click Create New Design. And this is going to take us to our gang sheet. And this is exactly the size of the gang sheet that's going to print out. And this allows us to put the designs in here at the size that we need them to. And it's really important that we size them exactly how we want them printed because this file is going to speak to the printer, and however you set the size and dimensions of your images here is exactly how they will print out. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make sure they're sized properly. So you're going to come over here to the Uploads tab. And if this is your first time using Canva, you'll have to upload the files that you want for your gang sheet. And once you've done that, they will show up down here for you. So I've just put in a few of our designs just to show you an example of how you could arrange these in a gang sheet. So what you do is you just select the image and you're going to drag it right over to your sheet. And so now you can see it's not exactly telling us what the size of the image is. So we're going to have to figure that out. So the way you do that is you're going to select the image and you can choose any of these toggles here. So if I grab and start to drag the corner, you can see that the message box with the dimension pops up. So if we wanted to size this to a typical adult size chest logo, we could put that to 11 inches wide. And that's perfect. That's exactly where we want it. Now, the nice thing about Canva is that it automatically snaps your designs into place. So it's great because it's left a little bit of space around the outside of the sheet. I mean, you don't have to do that. You can technically put the design all the way to the edge. But personally, I like a cleaner look. So I like to leave that little border around as well. Now, let's add another image in here. Oops. And let's say we just wanted to make a gang sheet full of just these two images. We didn't need anything else. The quickest way to do that instead of redoing everything we just did is to select both the images. The way you do that is by clicking one image, holding Shift, and clicking on the other one. Now that you have both images selected, you're going to hit Control and D as in Delta, and it will duplicate both the images for you. And then you can just drag them down. And if I wanted to do that again, I could hit Control D again. And this time Canva knows, hey, the last time you did this, you just dragged them right below. So let's do that for you automatically. And then if I do it again, it'll just continue to fill the sheet for me. So Canva is really intuitive that way. There's a lot of smart features that are built in to save you some time. So um, let's go ahead and delete some of these so that I can show you some other examples of how to create a gang sheet. So let's say we wanted to make this image here pocket sized. So we would again drag the corner in. Usual pocket size dimensions are about 3.5 to 3.75. And you can actually squeeze this right into this space if you really wanted to maximize your gang sheet space. Now, the one thing to be careful of is that you see there's enough space to cut in and around here now, but if you moved it up like this, later on when your transfers print off and you actually have to cut this image out, it's going to be very close to this other transfer, and there's a good chance that you're accidentally going to cut into one of the designs and ruin them. So I know that it can be tempting to try to squish everything together as closely as you can, but guys, trust me, you want to leave at least like about a third of an inch or so in between the images, just to save yourself the headache of having to deal with that later. So this looks pretty good. I think there's some good space there. So let's keep adding some more images. So again, you just drag and drop. You can make them as big or little as you want. If I wanted to duplicate this, I would just hit Control D, bring it down, and you can see Canva has actually given us the measurement between the two images to help us with our gang sheet. So in this case, it's 0.229. That's getting pretty close. So again, you want to just try to make it a little bit closer to that 0.3, 0.35 inch mark, and that'll make things easier for you. Another cool thing you can do with your gang sheets is that you don't have to position all of the images horizontally. You can actually rotate them vertically or diagonally, however you want, that allows you to maximize the amount of space in your gang sheet. So here we're going to put these two, we're going to orient them vertically, and then we can just continue to add some more of our other images and fill up this space. And we'll keep going down until we get to the bottom of the sheet. Oops. Okay, perfect. So now I'm just going to clean some of these up a little bit. That'll give me a little bit more space so I can fit one more of these in here. And then let's say I wanted to add a couple more pocket-sized images. We can do that too. Okay, great. So once you have all of your images in here, you're just going to want to take a quick look through, make sure that nothing is too close or overlapping and that you haven't missed any images. Make sure that everything's sized the way that you want it to be and that nothing's hanging over the edge of the sheet, because if it's hanging over the edge of the sheet, it will not get printed. So this looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. This is exactly how it will print off onto our roll of film. and everything looks fine. So let's go ahead and select the entire gang sheet. So when you click on the sheet, you want to make sure the entire area is bordered in purple. And you're going to come up here to the share button and then select download. And this is probably the most important part of the entire process. So we really need to make sure that these parameters are set correctly, or else it's not going to export our gang sheet the way that we need it to be. So the first thing is to make sure this is PNG. That's not to be confused with PDF. You want PNG, okay? You're going to take this size slider and bring it all the way to the right. What happens is a lot of people forget to do this, and then when they go to export their gang sheet, even though they have the page settings correct, it'll export it to only be an inch or two wide because they haven't set this parameter properly. And then finally, the last thing you need to do is check off the transparent background box. So once those are done, just make sure everything's correct, and then you're going to click on the download button. So while Canva is preparing your gang sheet to export, there's a couple other things you can explore if you want. So if you needed to make another gang sheet, you could start working on that while you're waiting for this to export. So what you want to do is you want to come up here to click the file button and then save, and that will save your existing gang sheet so that you can use this again if you need to. And then you can go ahead and start working on your next gang sheet. So however that's going to look, you can start to organize your files. And it's just literally the exact same process as before. So we're going to name our gang sheet. You can save it wherever you want to on your computer. And you'll see it will begin downloading in the bottom left corner. And in the meantime, you can keep working on your sheet. Another thing you can do while you're waiting is to explore some of the other tools that Canva has. They have some really amazing features. I've seen some really neat graphics designed in this program. They also have some great branding tools to help you, really establish your image and your brand. That's a huge thing for marketing. So yeah, just go ahead, take a look in here, see what you can make. You might be surprised at what you find. So now that our gang sheet has finished downloading, let's go ahead and open the file up. And you want to just take a look over everything and make sure that it all looks okay. So this looks good to me. So what you would do at this point now is you would email us your file. So you can send your emails to info@bluedropdesigns.com and just let us know that you're looking for a custom DTF or even a UV DTF print. Um, I will say the measurements for the UV DTF sheets are a little bit different, so just check out the custom prints tab on our website, and we have the parameters that you need to set on there. Um, Again, guys, this is the process for custom printing. If this seems like a bit too much, it's not really something that you're wanting to do. We have an extensive catalog of close to 1,000 different designs and transfers that are ready to ship, and that way you don't have to worry about finding any of these designs or creating a gang sheet. It makes it really easy. But if you have custom orders and there's things that you need printed that we don't have available, this way or the Inkscape method are both very easy to use. And after you've done it, once or twice, it's really quite simple. And I think you guys will find that you're flying through it before you know. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We can be reached through our Instagram messages at Blue Drop Transfers. That's blue.drop.transfers, or through the email that I provided earlier. So if you guys find this video helpful, please go ahead and give it a like. Feel free to subscribe to us. We're always putting out new how-to videos to help you with your custom printing and apparel businesses and to make your lives easier. So with that, thanks for watching, guys.